Hey everyone, it's Jasmine, and today we're taking flight. Poses such as Warriors 1, 3, and Standing Splits are going to help us soar in the sky today. Let's get started. Before we get started with our practice, let's set an intention. Place one hand on your belly and then one hand on your chest. Feel free to close your eyes, or if you don't want to close your eyes, you can have a soft gaze. And let's breathe. And during today's practice, I invite you to use my mantra, let's fly high today. Feel free to use that anytime during the practice when you're just feeling lifted. Couple of more breaths here. And one last breath. Begin to open your eyes and let's start our practice today. We're here in the center of our mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dropping your right arm and going over for a side stretch here. Repeat on the opposite side. Arms up and sitting back into chair pose. We're going to drop our elbows and open up our chest for a cactus pose while we're here in chair pose. And now straighten up, interlocking your hands and your fingers and rounding your spine. Oh, that feels good. One more time. Drop into your chair pose. Drop your elbows and open up your chest. And standing straight, interlocking your fingers and rounding your spine. From the top, inhale, arms up. Exhale, dropping your right arm and stretching over to your right side of the body. Repeat on the opposite side. Chair pose. Dropping your elbows, opening up for your cactus pose. Straighten it up and rounding your spine. Chair pose. Drop your elbows, open up your chest here. And straighten your legs and interlocking your fingers, rounding your spine. Hands to your side. That's the warm up. Let's get started. So we're going to start here at the top of our mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, rain it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then we're going to step our right leg back and up into a warrior one here. Hands to your hips here, and we're going to do a supported warrior three. So we're going to step forward as if we're going to do the full extended of a warrior three, but we're just going to barely lift our legs off the ground here. There we go. And then step back into warrior one. Straighten your legs, and we're going to do a pyramid variation. So we're going to bring our hands down to the ground here, and feel free to bring your legs closer together in your pyramid pose. I do have some blocks. Feel free to bring them if you have them near you for your pyramid pose, if you like, just to help you bring the ground a little bit closer to you here. And then we're going to place our blocks on the ground. And then we're going to lift up our back legs for a standing splits here. Exhale, returning back to warrior one. And then we're going to turn our left foot to meet the front of our back of our mat, if you if you may. And then we're going to bend our leg, our back leg, into a low lunge here. Straighten your legs here, and then a wide-legged forward fold. Reaching your hands towards the ground. If you want to bring your block over to bring the ground closer to you, feel free. If not, you're going to reach your hands towards the ground. A nice bend in your knees if you like. Inhale. We're going to go to a low lunge here. Lifting our hands up. We're going to move our blocks to a runner's lunge, plank, chaturanga, to a low cobra. Inhale, push up to downward dog. Look forward, and you're going to walk your feet to your hands here, and then meet me in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, stepping your opposite leg back into your warrior one. Warrior three variation. You're going to bend into your front knee and barely lift your legs off the ground here. We're taking flight soon. And then we're going to step back into your warrior one. Straighten your legs and then bring your hands towards the ground for your pyramid pose variation. Bend into your front knee, lifting your back leg up for a standing split. Return to warrior one. And then open up to your wide leg forward fold. Bending your back knee for a low lateral lunge to the back. Straighten up your front leg and then reaching down to your wide-legged fold here. Feel free to have a bend in your knee as well. Turning to the front of your mat, lowering your back knee for a low lunge. Placing your hands to the ground, runner's lunge, plank, chaturanga, lower up dog, downward dog. Inhale, look forward. Walking your feet to meet your hands in a forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. Halfway lift, stepping back to your warrior one. And now we're going to go into a full warrior three to the best of our abilities. So you can place your hands on your hips here. And as your front knee is bent, we're going to step into our front leg here and then lift our back legs up. There we go. Feel free to keep your hands on your hips here, or you can also extend them front. Warrior three. And don't worry if you're shaking, so am I. And then we're going to step back into warrior one. Straighten up your front leg and then reach down for your pyramid pose variation. Feel free to bring your back leg up a little closer if you need to. Bending into your front knee, lift your right leg back for standing splits. Warrior one. And now we're going to open up into a wide-legged forward fold. Bending your back leg for lateral lunge here. Wide-legged forward fold. Reaching down to the ground. And we're gonna rotate to the front, dropping your back leg for a low lunge. Hands to the ground. Runner's lunge to plank, chaturanga to low cobra or up dog. Downward dog. Inhale, look forward. And walk to meet your hands forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stepping back to warrior one. And we're going to try our warrior three variation again. So placing your hands on your hips here, you're going to step into your warrior three. I am flying today, y'all. Back into warrior one. Straighten your front leg up. Bring your hands down to the mat. Pyramid variation. Standing splits. Warrior one. Turning to the front of your mat for a wide-legged fold. Bending to the back for your lateral lunge here. Wide-legged forward fold. Turning to the front for a little lunge. Runner's lunge to plank. Chaturanga. Low cobra or up dog. And now we're going to go into child's pose. So bringing your big toes together and sitting your hips back. Inhale, look forward. And then walk your hands to your knees here. And then we're just going to come into the center of the mat with our legs straight in front of us. And then we're going to lower down, getting ready for Shavasana today. Oh, we took flight today, didn't we? And we're just going to go straight into Shavasana today. To settle in to our mats and reflect on today's practice. Really letting yourself go and melt into your mat in the Shavasana. I will soon go quiet for you to reflect, and I'll come back and get you. On your next breath, take your deepest breath of today's practice. And let it all out. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, and your eyes are closed. Softly open them. And then we're going to turn over to our side here and relax here just for a little bit. I always like to soak up this space. And begin to bring yourself up. Oh, that felt so good. Thank you for practicing with me today. We went through moves like Warrior 1 and 3 and standing splits, and we took flight today. I appreciate you for taking the time to come with me on my mat in this journey. Until next time, see you later. Bye.